What are your New Year's resolutions? Do you want to get better at cooking? Learn how to write songs? Maybe you want to learn how to grow your business this year. You've got to check out Masterclass. With Masterclass, you can learn from the world's best artists, icons, and leaders anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn about songwriting from John Legend, improve your cooking skills with Gordon Ramsay, or get singing tips from Mariah Carey. With over 180 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. Explore lessons in any order you like, across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Lessons of approximately 10 to 15 minutes in length fit easily into your everyday life. This year, I really want to continue my hairstyling business, so I'm going to check out the Power of Personal Branding Masterclass taught by Kris Jenner. I highly recommend you check it out. This holiday, give the perfect gift of an annual Masterclass membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/TLC today. That's masterclass.com/TLC. Terms apply.
Welcome to the Think Loud crew. 3 moms getting real with parenthood, family business, and a WTF for daily lives. That wasn't it, but welcome, y'all.
First off, I blew my nose in the very beginning. I did not know that this was like a 1, 2, 3 go.
We're forever getting real with boogers and snot.
It's very transparent over here.
I'm so sorry, y'all. We were talking and then all of a sudden Shanan just started. So she didn't give a warning or anything.
Ate really fast and then was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, literally.
Well, no, it is.
Welcome back.
Shanan has to go to an event tonight. Where are you going?
I'm really excited. I really want to share what I'm doing tonight. I don't know, a little backstory. I've been kind of like, this year has been everything that I manifested last year for my goals and everything that I wanted. What comes with that, I feel like I've a little bit been struggling with who I am, like fully. With fully just accepting my blessings and everything that's coming with it, and me leveling up within myself, my confidence, and just stuff like that. So today I found an event, and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone because I'm going by myself. But I found an event that's teaching people how to to untrain your brain for self-sabotage and anxiety and leveling up in your life.
I didn't find something like this.
I want to come. That's
what I know you would love this. I follow this really beautiful, I follow this girl and I've been following her for a while now. And she's on a journey of self-love and encouraging herself to get to a next level in life and all this stuff. So she has an event. She's been having events and different things. And I'm like, oh, that seems really cool. I want to go, but I don't ever go. But this time when
something that you pay for?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was $45 and it's at this really cute, it's like a late night tea house, which I find is super my vibe. And
I'm struggling right now.
I know. It's a late night tea house, so they have music. It's dimmed and super. It's downtown art district, super cute.
Oh, I love it.
I'm really excited because she's also teaching EFT tapping. So EFT tapping. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
To help you overcome your anxieties and stuff like that. Because I feel like really at the point, like I'm like learning how to love myself on the next level. I'm learning how to accept my blessings on the next level. Like I want next year to be like, I want to shine a different light.
You're walking through your doorways right now.
Yeah.
It's like the doors, you've been working on these doors. You've been like, let me work on my journey, my path. And now you're there and you're like,
yes,
I'm walking through, I'm pushing myself.
I want to walk through because sometimes I feel like I don't fully know how to walk through with confidence or walk through and see the light that other people see. So I want to stop my self-sabotage. I want to learn how to peek through those things and
fully embrace yourself.
Fully embrace myself. Like I love myself, but I feel like, you know, we all go through our own little self things. I feel like it's going to be a really cool event.
I'm excited for you.
Cool setting. Networking. Yeah, I'm excited to share when I come back about it, to tell you guys about it, because I think my mom has told me like, oh, do the tapping. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it'll be cool to see how she incorporates it with her lessons for tonight.
Who is the person? Who are we talking? Like, what is their
her name is Kaylani.
Kaylani.
I've seen her once at an event during COVID, and we followed each other on Instagram, and I've just seen, you know, I've just followed her on Instagram and watched her. But yeah, I'm really excited. And she's a Libra, so I think it's really cool that she's like a Libra, and like she's just she seems like a really friendly, warm person. So
I think the cool thing is like when you meet someone or see someone who's doing something that you like strive for, and like sometimes you may experience or see it, but you're like, oh, I'm not there yet, but like that's where I'm headed towards. Yeah. And I feel like now, you know, with you embracing yourself and you being like, you know, I'm manifesting these things, I'm working on them, like, let me embrace, like, let me accept my blessings and I'm here to receive. It's like, now you're like, I'm ready, you know? Yeah. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I keep on wanting to say bad bitch, but I'm a boss. I'm a bad, you know, like, I'm a boss bitch. Like, and I fully want to, like, I've heard a lot of people say, like, Shanan, you're this, you're that, but sometimes I feel like I don't fully accept it all the time. So
is it like an intimate event? Do you know if there's like a lot of people? Is it a small event?
I think it's a small event because the tea house seems like a really intimate place. Yeah. So I think it might be like, I think that's probably why she's selling tickets for a certain price. Yeah. For like, you know, so I'm excited to see like if it's intimate and how like it goes about, because it'd be cool to like do something like that with us.
I think that it's cool because in this episode, I wanted us to talk about going into the new year and New Year's resolutions. And I feel like you are already doing that, like within going to this event, stepping out of your comfort zone, and an event that's targeted towards like self-care. To me, that's a part of like not your New Year's resolution, but just you going into this new year and like starting fresh. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I wanted to go to this event, because of that is my next step that's my New Year's resolution, is to find myself more, to accept who I am, and to speak into this beautiful, to peak to full potential Shanan.
Yeah. Besides self-care and like self-love, not besides, because I don't think that's
in addition,
right word, right? I'm like, that didn't sound good. But along with those things, do you have any resolutions or any new things that you want to bring into the new year when it comes to like parenting or being a mom or dating?
So for being a mom, I feel like I want to keep learning how to be more patient and listening. I feel like Parker is getting older, so I feel like I'm battling with different things within an older boy, just with like communication between us, allowing me to learn how to be patient with him not talking to me as much and telling me like his life. So I think as in parenting, I just want to keep practicing my patience with him and our growth together and being a light for him.
I like that.
Yeah, I think
my
patience
biggest
is a big
goal.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like patience is something that every parent has to struggle with. And if you tell me that you don't, you're just not a good parent. Like,
You know how
that's not it. Like, if you don't ever deal with having like a struggle of like being patient with your kid, then do you not parent your kid? Because every day I'm like, okay, let me step away and breathe before I knock you out.
I feel like patience is the gateway to parenting. You know how they'll be like, this is the gateway drug to do everything. No, patience is like the gateway to parenting. Because when you're being patient, it's like you actually stop, you think, and you're like, this is problem solving.
It's not just a reaction.
It's not just a reaction. It's
That's what I have to learn too. It's not just a reaction all the time. Like, I don't need to react to everything that you're doing.
and they're kids. Sometimes I forget that Boz is his age because he'll have a full conversation with me. There's times where mentally I'm like, I feel like he's older, but he'll do something to me by accident. I might be like, and he's like, like, hey. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, patience is definitely something that I want to take
into the new year.
Just more of, I feel like I really try and be patient, but it's like,
it's hard.
It is. It's one of those juggling acts in life.
Yeah. And I think I need to give myself more grace on, like these last couple of months, I've been feeling like I've been yelling at myself, like, I'm just a single mom, like, like, I think I need to give myself more grace of like my situation and doing my best as working so much because my work schedule is so crazy. So I need to give myself more grace of like not being able to always be at every moment too. Learning that balance of like, I can't always take Parker to school, but we'll figure it out. And he'll, I just can't keep putting pressure onto myself.
That's a good point.
And I think that goes with like mom guilt and mom shame and all that stuff of like, you miss one day of taking him to school and now you're the worst mom ever. There was a day I was picking Ryder up from school and I saw this other mom and she was like, oh my God, I finally see you on campus. And I'm thinking, I take her to school and drop her off. I'm here every day.
Cheyenne's always there.
I'm always there. And I wanted to, and it kind of irritated me because she was kind of like, like, never see you, girl. And I'm like, bitch, I'm always up here. I don't know where the fuck you be at, but I just had to, and in my head, I'm oh my God, maybe she didn't see me that one day last week when I had to work and I couldn't take Ryder and then all the shame in the world. But I was just like, I'm not about to sit here.
Stop clocking me.
And argue with this lady in the parking lot about whether or not I take my kid to school. But I get it because it's like you missed that one day and then you really think, wow, I'm not doing what I signed up to do. Yeah. What about New Year's and dating? Any hopes, dreams, aspirations, prayers? Are we putting a prayer out there? You kind of talked about it last episode.
I think I'm putting my prayers out there. For the New Year's, I really want to focus. I feel like I had fun this past year with dating. I feel like I let loose a little bit. I feel like this year I'm still against dating apps. That's another whole story. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be prowling for it as much as I did this year.
You're not going to be putting yourself out there as much? Or what do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe I'll put myself out there more and be open. Maybe I will be open to dating apps. But I don't know. We'll just see. I feel like I got ghosted way too many times this past year.
Did you feel like you what?
Got ghosted and just a lot of things happened to me this year with dating. So I kind of like, I don't know. Huh?
It's like dating can be is exhausting to
Dating
me.
is exhausting, and I have a kid, and the last date I went on, which was really nice, I was surprised that the person I went on a date with asked me all the questions about how do you feel about guys coming around your son? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? So I think I'm just going to keep praying and wait for that right person to approach me and remind myself that I'm a queen. And
They say your husband will find you.
Right.
So keep working.
Find me.
Keep working hard. And I honestly feel like you are in the position to like be out in different like social settings, whether it's through work or friends. So it's like it's okay for it to not be like this is my focus, or this is one of the things that I'm really putting out there. And it's like I said, I love how you're just working on let me peak Shanan, And the fun thing about that is like people are always watching. So someone is going to be watching and being like, I see, I like, let me take note and understand like when they step to you, it's not fun and games, but it's like, oh, I'm stepping to this woman. Like I have to come correct her. That's the level she's on. So I like this. I like this so far.
What are your guys' new year? What do you want to bring into the new year, Kyle? What is something that you want for your business, for you and Mez? Like you asked me for my kids, all that.
I'm sorry. I just heard you, but Ace is right here and he is stuck on like the fact that he has a pee. He's like,
it's a pee-pee?
Yeah. Okay, so this upcoming year, I'm really focused on like developing this new career venture of mine that's like, I feel like comes from me. I feel like a lot of work that I've done, it's been to contribute towards like other people's like projects or like their brand. And now I just really want to,
brand yourself.
I'm betting on myself now. Yeah, and I'm branding myself. Thanks, Shy. Those are the words. What was it when we had our sister conversation? We talked about how filming has like kind of like affected my life or influenced my life. And one of the positives for me is like I am plugged into this platform. And right now, like my passions and the things that are most meaningful to me are things that in the long run do help other mothers or just women, period, with my postpartum doula work that I'll be doing in terms of pregnancy and childbirth recovery. So like, I'm really just kind of dedicating this next year to really just diving into that full throttle. So at first I was going to take classes in like this past November. But I was like, let me just move in first. Let me get settled. Like, let me just try and like slow things down and give myself grace. Just fully plant my feet before I start building off of where I am. So my kind of like what I'm also taking into this next year is like slow down, and just kind of like, one brick at a time, just keep building.
And that's okay.
And just reminding myself like I like a slow grind. Like slow grind to me is like, it's, I love the stage of growth that I'm in right now. I'm not trying to speed it up. I'm not trying to like delay it. I'm just like taking things one day at a time. And, so career wise, I'm gonna be really excited. I'm starting off, my classes are in January. So I've been doing all this reading this past month, December has been like I've been pushing through these books. So just kind of gearing up for this transition.
Do you have the remote on your phone?
Yes, Bob has it. Let's take a quick pause. We're going to be like, and we'll be right back.
What are your New Year's resolutions? Do you want to get better at cooking? Learn how to write songs? Maybe you want to learn how to grow your business this year. You've got to check out Masterclass. With Masterclass, you can learn from the world's best artists, icons, and leaders anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn about songwriting from John Legend, improve your cooking skills with Gordon Ramsay, or get singing tips from Mariah Carey. With over 180 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. Explore lessons in any order you like, across your phone, tablet, Apple TV, computer, and on the go with audio mode. Lessons of approximately 10 to 15 minutes in length fit easily into your everyday life. This year, I really want to continue my hairstyling business, so I'm going to check out the Power of Personal Branding Masterclass taught by Kris Jenner. I highly recommend you check it out. This holiday, give the perfect gift of an annual Masterclass membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/TLC today. That's masterclass.com/TLC. Terms apply.
Okay, so that was kind of like my work update, or like part of my new work update. Still working on family business. Actually trying to figure out how I want to do it, but I am looking at like kind of franchising or doing like a licensing deal with my parents. So I've been talking to my mom about it a lot, and I mentioned it to my dad, and he was, what are you presenting? So working on that, to open like an online leg of the business. So yeah, working on that as well. And personally, with Messier, just continue to get to know each other and build off of what we want. I think now we're at a place where we're starting to like voice more of like what we like or things that have like influenced us. So with that, also balance. I'm really like want to take balance into this next year and figuring it out. Learn from my Libra sister over here with I like to say she's the balance queen right now, in terms of juggling. I am looking for a nanny to help me with the baby, just so I can have more time to like breathe or like, allow me to have more patience as a mom, allow Messier and I to have more like one-on-one time, get a date night in there every now and then in between our family date nights.
More date nights in the new year.
More date nights in the new year. What else? Oh, I really want to manifest a trip into this next year. I just like traveling. Yeah, I'm trying to like bring some like fun activities back into my life, or like a new hobby, or like revisiting an old hobby that really makes me happy. So I've been looking at like dance classes in DC, like ceramic classes, just something where I'm like, let me branch out, and I would like to make a new friend out there. So I'm like, let me put myself in a position to
now taking friend applications for Kyle in DC. If you would like to be your friend, please apply at Shy Not Shy.
I actually have had a few people like reach out to me and be like, hey, like, can I put my bid in for a friend application, like a mom friend?
You know what people do? I've heard that people have done. They use dating apps to find friends.
Have you heard app where you can find mom friends?
Peanut, isn't it? Yeah, it's called Peanut.
Girl, why don't you find a Peanut
for mom friends?
Because I want to do some organic, like
nothing's organic anymore.
I know nothing is organic.
Hey, if you don't get on Peanut and meet some mom friends. Low key, I did an ad one year for Peanut, and I had to like make a profile and like try it out to really see.
How was it?
And it was kind of cool. Like You can join different like chat groups, you can do meetups. Like it was literally like a dating app, but for like parents. They do like different like groups.
That's a lot of pressure because I've had a lot of moms be like, hey, we're doing this walk at the Arboretum. Hey, we're doing this. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I need to do like some in life, like real life. It happens when it happens. Because if I get on an app and then mom's gonna be like trying to make plans, I'm gonna be like, huh? Why do you want to make plans with me?
Girl, you just said you
even though that's what I want. Yeah, I don't know. My brain sometimes,
Well, maybe it will organically happen next year. We'll figure it out.
I'm open to it. I'm like working on it.
We're gonna replay this episode at the end of next year. Kyle still ain't gonna have no mom friends because she's not working on it. She does not sound open. We just gave you suggestions on how to find a friend, and you're like, I want to go on a walk and talk. Like what?
Well, sometimes like note I also forget like there's some moms who don't work and they assume that I don't work either. So they'll be like Tuesday at 9:30 and I'm like, like, okay.
Girl, you can make it work.
It's gonna happen.
We believe in I'm gonna manifest a friend for you.
Me too.
In DC.
It's the fact that we have to stay in real life for her.
Yeah. I have friends. I have people who I communicate with. I have, I got people who I trust and like, I'm like, oh, that's my girl. But we're all in different states. Some of them are in different countries. And it's like,
you need a friend that you can like call and be like, hey, can you come over?
I'm coming over to have a drink.
Yes. That part. You need time.
Oh my gosh. Cheyenne's dog farts are terrible.
What happened?
Oh, the dogs. When they fart, it's like
it feels like you're eating shit.
Yeah. It's like you swallow it a little bit. It's so thick.
Yes. Okay. Anything, Kyle, that you want to bring into the new year?
Just, good health. Setting up doctor's appointments and dental appointments. So just like, taking care of myself. Trying to get back in the gym, get active. Work out.
It's just mocked you.
What about you, Shy? What are you bringing into the new year?
I feel like it's so weird because I kept on thinking about how I wanted to talk about this today, but then I guess I never put any real thought into like what I wanted to bring into the new year. And I think that goes hand in hand with probably what I want to bring into the new year is that I have to slow down and like put more. I feel like I have a lot on my plate, but because of that, everything kind of gets like a sprinkle of me, like a sprinkle here, there's a sprinkle there, there's here. And it's kind of like what is getting like the full potential or like the full capacity of like what I feel like I could do if I didn't feel so like thinly spread thin. Yeah. So a part of me wants to like be able to like sit down and really write out like a game plan as far as like, okay, these are things that I want to do in the future for Nels by Ryder K, and this is the timeline that I want to do it on. This is stuff that I want to do for the nonprofit. This whole year, the nonprofit has been put kind of on a back burner because I just haven't had the time or mental capacity to even take on projects with it. So I feel like I want to refocus energy into there. There's things that I want to do with like the podcast. I feel like we could do a lot with like marketing and social branding and just things on like social media that I feel like we are missing the mark on, that I'm like, I see, and I'm like, okay, I want to focus on that. So I think a lot of it is just like figuring out how do I take all of these projects that I love doing, but like put more real energy into them because I feel like they can all be really big, good things. But right now, I just feel like everything is kind of like at this plateau level, and nothing's like failing, but nothing's actually going like higher or like elevating, because what energy am I truly putting into it? Like a sprinkle and a sprinkle and a sprinkle. So it's not really doing anything. So that's kind of something I want to bring into the New Year's when it comes like work related. We're still shooting Teen Mom. A part of me for that, a big thing that I kind of explained was I feel like the last season was a lot of like sadness and a lot of like, this is what happened to us and this is what's happening to us now. Now we're going to do this and now we're going to do this. And it comes off like a big woe is me, but at the same time, it was just like, this is what was actually happening in my life. And I think now I'm at a point of like focusing on like taking all those things and healing from them, as opposed to like telling a story. Like I'm so over telling a story of what has happened in my life. I want to just like be able to feel like I'm at a place of not having to explain myself to people, and then more so at a place of like I'm in a healing state. Like I can't even tell you the story because I'm on some Zen mountain in my head, and no, I can't tell you what happened to me because I'm zened out over here. So
I've disconnected and disassociated.
You're gonna have to go look it up on YouTube or something. Like it's just
Go find it out by yourself.
right. Like I don't know. I really want this next year to be focused on where I put my energy with intention. Like I want intentional energy being put in places. And then I really want to focus on healing and like healing my body, which means like working out, getting back into like toning my shape and feeling healthy and drinking more water and making sure that we eat breakfast. There's some days where Zach and I don't eat all day until it's dinner and we're moody and grumpy and looking at each other. And I'm like, maybe because we didn't even start our day off right. Like maybe we didn't even start from the beginning of how we should have did it. And then I feel like I want to put more intention into my marriage.
Cheyenne's married. I sorry, not to cut you off, but it's like new for me to hear, and I'm just very proud. So I'm like, this girl's married.
I'm married and I want to stay married. Yes. So I feel like
you gotta do that work.
You have to like continue to put work into your relationship. And when Zach and I did our honeymoon, it was just so real to like see what life was without like outside noise, without family, without kids. And it was just us. And I feel like I talked to my mom about it after, and I'm like, this has to become a part of our lifestyle. And she was like, you don't realize it, but your dad and I would carve out quarterly trips, like 4 trips a year, so that we could like reconnect, because we work so much and we're always on go. We had to plan like quarterly trips to still feel like human.
Yeah.
Zach and I talked about like traveling more, but traveling with intention. Like this is intended for us. It's not intended for other people. It's intended for us.
Life for you too.
Right. And just more like date night and family night and learning how to turn off work and home and work, and making sure that there is a line that's drawn, because I do think that that's one thing in our relationship that it's kind of like always a rift, is that it will be 10 o'clock and I'm still going, and Zach is like, turn your phone off, like put your phone down and be present. And I'm like, oh yeah, I am. And I'm like secretly still doing like emails. And he's like, oh, you're not, I can see you. Like, it's just not it. So I have to figure out how to separate my home and my work life, because I don't want the two to affect each other in a negative way. I do think because I am so crazy when it comes to work, it elevates my home life and my lifestyle. And I like to keep my lifestyle. So in my head, I'm like, I gotta work if I want the lifestyle. Like,
yeah.
I think got us as like growing up saying, so our parents' business growing up was a 24-hour business. And I don't have as many responsibilities overall as Cheyenne in like career-wise, work-wise. We have different workloads. but I have had that issue of like being like, okay, this is my 18 hour that I'm clocking in today. And it's like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? Like, stop. Like the email can wait until tomorrow. Or like, do you think us seeing mom and dad working 24 hours sometimes, it's like, I think it has warped our sense of like,
Yeah. I saw my parents work all the time. So for me, it's not a big deal that I work all the time. That's what I've seen. That's what I know. But I feel like a big part of it for me is that there's some emails that really can't wait for tomorrow. Like, and I can get it right then and there. I got a call the other day and we were on vacation and they were like, you have to get on the call right now. If you want the deal, get on the call. And I'm sitting on the balcony in DC with my pajama shorts on. It's absolutely freezing. And I'm like, I'm for sure gonna get sick. And I'm smiling my ass off, freezing as hell. And my stepdad comes out and he's like, do you want a blanket? Like, what are you doing? You're gonna get fucking frostbite. Like, what are you doing? Muting him, like, just throw the blanket over my legs. And I'm trying not to like mouth anything. But when I got back inside, he was like, why'd you do that? I'm like, I had to get on the call right there. We got the deal. It's a huge deal. And
like I had to do whatever it took right then and there.
So I feel like I have this mindset of like, I'm going to grind my ass off right now. I have the platform to be able to do certain things. And I'm so determined. Like Zach and I talk about how we want like this house paid off. Like, I don't want to be paying a house note in 5 years. I want to get the house paid off. I want to make sure that like Ace and Ryder's college funds are set up through us. Like they have their own bank accounts. Ryder can pay for her college right now, but I don't want her to. I want to be able to pay for the kids to go to school if they want to go to school. So there's just, I feel like this next year, I just really want to make sure that I'm setting the foundation for the next few years now that I've knocked off like some of these bigger things that I had on my list from last year. I knew I wanted to get married. Well, I knew we were getting married. We got the wedding done. We got our house. Like those things, those boxes have been checked. So now it's like, okay, what are you going to do now? Like, how are you going to pay for it?
How are you going to keep those things? Yeah.
How do you keep them up? How do you keep your marriage up? But I'm excited for this new year. I want to hear what your guys' New Year's resolutions are, or things that you just want to bring into the new year.
Or if you need prayers, like what can
we manifest for you?
So like for Cheyenne, I'm praying for like a support team for her, because Cheyenne does have great, like the last few months I've been going crazy because Rage Regardless, there's been so much going on and it's like no one has really been able to put the energy in. So I'm like, I'm praying for the team and the support system so that all of these ventures can be given the proper attention, because when they do, they thrive and they grow.
But yeah, let us know if we can manifest something for you guys, pray for something. Shannon, I hope you have a lot of fun at your event tonight. I'm going to manifest good vibes for you. I'm so happy that you're stepping out of your comfort zone.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited to hear how
share with you guys about what I've learned and what I can help. Hopefully I can teach others what I've learned tonight. So I'm excited.
We are excited to hear what happens.
Yes.
I can't wait to tell you guys about my first friend date.
Me too. It's going to be great.
Does anybody have a WTF or advice?
I've got a WTF.
Let's hear it.
I was thinking that I wanted like honey blondes, like some brown in my hair today. So yeah, that's not. I put a toner, like a honey blonde, like gloss on my hair, and my hair was like yellow, with like a tint of orange. And it was so bad that after I got out the shower, like I put a beanie on. Mind you, I'm at Cheyenne and Zach's house. Like
she walked over to me with this beanie and just rips it off. I'm like, what? I'm like, is this how it is? This it?
No, all I said was I messed up. And she's like, oh, and even Ryder said, oh, like
Boz was like, I like your hair, Mom.
Yeah, Boz was like, oh, Mom.
I like your hair, Mom. I'm thinking, okay.
So much, your mother.
So yeah, Cheyenne got her hair done today. Her hair done today. She was all great. So I was like, let me fix my hair. And
Zach keeps
I'm back.
looking at you like low-key laughing at you.
I was wearing a beanie around in the house, and I was like, you know what? Zach has seen me in like much more like crazy, bizarre, you know.
Would you take a picture of this color?
I did it.
It
And
looked
I'm
like
so-
this. It looked like this. Combine these colors, and this was the color of her hair. Zach, is this not it? If you combine these two, this is her hair. I'm telling you guys.
It's honestly it was this shade of orange. It was like orange. It was so bad. And then I started sweating because I'm in the house and I have this beanie on and I ripped it off and I was hitting it to Zach and I was like, I fucked up.
Too funny.
Don't ask any questions. I'm gonna fix it. He was just like, wow. Like it was bad. But yeah, I'm somewhat back now. So
my WTF is I don't have fucking Wi-Fi, y'all.
Hair. She said her WTF that she doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Bro, we're stuck on that. We're gonna be stuck on that. That's what I'm manifesting for you in the new year.
That's been, like I was gonna look and get you something real cute for Christmas, but John, I might be sending you a new Wi-Fi box, a Wi-Fi enhancer.
I have a Wi-Fi enhancer in this house.
Ain't boosted much.
Huh?
But it's not boosted much. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not. Do you have a WTF?
I don't have a WTF. I guess my advice would be, as you guys enter the new year, to give yourself grace for things that may have transpired this past year. And I'm trying to do the same for myself. I want to go into this new year with like a fresh mindset. And I feel like in order to do that, I have to give myself grace for some things that happened this year that I may have not been like the most proud of or liked the most about myself in that moment. So I have to take my own advice and give myself grace going into this year. But I'm excited, and I hope that someone's excited with me.
I am.
I'm excited.
I'm starting to enjoy this part of adulthood a lot more.
Yeah. I know my WTF. I did Pilates today.
Ooh, you said?
As my second time doing Pilates in a long time, and my fucking body needs some more stretching, or I need to have more sex because y'all.
Start with the stretching.
Looked it up like,
oh, is this what we're doing? Stretch your sex. Stretch your sex.
both.
I mean, my body is so tight. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's my WTF. My body is so tight and I need to stretch more.
Should we have like
go out there and do Pilates and stretch your body?
You guys want to have a random like group resolution to like be able to do the splits by the end of the year or something?
No.
You guys talk about flexibility, like put that leg up there, girl.
That gonna catch me in my closet trying to stretch. I ain't gonna be the one out the group who can't do the splits by the end of the year.
I used to like naturally I was always very limber, but after having Zaire, my middle split is not splitting at all. Like,
Oh my!
Y'all need to get Pilates going and popping, all right?
I like to like, I'm like, ooh, legs. My legs are not doing the same
So
things.
maybe you should work on your split
I have been.
at the end of the year. So you have a head start. So why do you want?
Because I thought it would be
Why do you want to see us struggle?
because I want to be like,
You saying do not want to do the splits.
I'm down for the split resolution. Send me reminders about doing the splits because I'll forget.
I'll send I can send daily little like you split on, like split on a dick.
All right,
No,
all right. It's
oh.
time to go.
Okay.
Shannon has an event to go to.
I have an event.
I'm gonna
She
take
can't
the
go, so she has to go.
I'm gonna take
I'm running late already.
All right,
Baby
y'all.
strong.
Follow us at Think Loud Crew on YouTube and Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on any of your podcast platforms and follow me at Shy Not Shy.
And you can follow me at RKylin.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shanan Z.
Ooh.
And we'll see you next week.
Ciao.